To był niezwykle udany czas. Ostatnie tygodnie dla Lerona Murphy'ego. Kapitalny knockout na debiutującym w UFC i wzbudzającym ogromne zainteresowanie Aaronie Pico na UFC 319 odbiło się szerokim echem i być może zagwarantowało Anglikowi title shot w postaci walki oczywiście z wielkim Aleksandrem Volkanovskim. Czy tak się stało? Na pewno. Czy Leron jest co do tego też przekonany? Za chwilę o tym porozmawiamy. Leron, it's great to see you in person and I will start from this. Is it your first visit here?
No, it's actually my second. I came here in maybe 2019. I had a friend that fought here in Warsaw as well, so I've got to see the city now. But it's a great city and I love it.
Okay, so how long will your stay here be, and what do you plan to do, except the media obligations and the Q&A with the fans?
I'm here until Wednesday, so I'll be here 3 days. So I'm with one of my friends. We'll just enjoy some food, go and do some sightseeing in Warsaw, and just check the place out.
Okay. Any places on the list to check?
I'll leave that to him. We want to go to the shooting range though. There's
Okay.
a shooting range we want to see, and also I think there's like a skyscraper place where you can see the whole of the city.
Yeah, exactly. On the 40th floor, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that tomorrow.
Okay, that sounds great, but of course that's not the only thing that brings you to Poland, and I guess the media obligations right now are piling up after your last win, and I will just get to this topic by starting from a little play that I prepared for you. Okay, so I have a few names from the featherweight and one extra bonus name, and I would like to ask you if, in your opinion, that fighter is overrated or underrated. So I will start with Aleksander Volkanovski.
Underrated.
Underrated.
Yeah.
Okay. Movsar Evloev.
Overrated.
Diego Lopez.
Oh, I say underrated.
Okay. Yair Rodriguez.
Overrated.
Lerone Murphy.
Underrated.
I thought so. Aljamain Sterling.
Overrated.
Arnold Allen.
Underrated.
Brian Ortega.
Overrated.
Josh Emmett.
Overrated.
Okay. Yusuf Zalal.
Underrated.
Jean Silva.
Underrated.
Okay. And the bonus name, Ilia Topuria.
Underrated.
Underrated. Okay, so that was my way to start this conversation, because I thought that you were kind of fighter who was overlooked for a long time, but this is starting to change after Aaron Pico fight. And in your opinion and from your perspective, how big was the change? How you are perceived by the fans after this win?
Yeah, it was massive, and it was something I needed to do. I needed to go out there and get a big finish like that on a big card where everybody was watching. It was UFC 319, undercard of Khamzat Chimaev Du Plessis, which is everybody had their eyes on that fight. So I feel like it was like the best place I could have got a knockout like that, and it was a crazy knockout. I had a few decision wins, which to me, I don't think are bad, but like in this day and age of MMA now, everybody wants to see finishes. So without a finish, your name doesn't skyrocket like it should. So yeah, going out there and getting the finish, everybody's talking about me now. I felt like I deserved that ages ago, but I don't mind. I'm happy where I am now. So,
Leron, I think that your win in that kind of dominant fashion was one of the pieces of the puzzle, because we had the fight between Diego Lopez, Jean Silva, and I thought with all the hype around Silva, if he had won, maybe by knockout as well, he might be the next title contender.
Yeah, for sure, and that's what I was thinking. That's what my team was thinking as well. Everything's about hype, and if the fans want to see a certain fight, then that's what the UFC are going to make, because they're paying, right? So it's a business, and John Silva had a lot of hype going into that fight. So if he won that fight in spectacular fashion, which he could have, and he nearly did, he would have had a strong case to be next in line for the title. Even though I still think I believe I deserve it anyway. But It didn't go that way. He lost the fight, and I'm next in line, 100%. There's nobody else that has the record I have, fought the fights that I have, and yeah, I'm 17-0. I've just fought the best fighters in the division. Josh Emmett, Edson Barboza, Aaron Pico, Danny Ige, all back-to-back killers, and I've beat them all. So, yeah, I'm next in line.
So, I'm just wondering, were there any moment, any time in your career when... Because I think you're also, as you said, it's all about the hype, but sometimes hype is not only created inside the cage, but also outside. And I think you are really down-to-earth, cool guy, but not the loudest in a room, not the loudest guy in the division. So were there any moments when you thought that maybe I have to do something more on the mic, during interviews, or maybe on social media to change your attitude?
Yeah, but I've always said that I'll always be true to myself, and I'll never act a clown just to get clout and just to boost my profile. And I've always said that my fighting will do the talking. But at the same time, it's the world we live in today. People are paying to see influencers fight. Do you get what I'm saying? And so you kind of know where the world's going. But yeah, if I was to start my career again, I probably would do more on social media and stuff like that. That's just the way it's going. You have to do your homework. I call it homework. Okay,
so you said that you are next in line, and you actually got a pop-up from Alexander Volkanovski. I think that also brings a lot to your name at this point. Let's play a matchmaker from your perspective, and let's talk about the top of the division. So we have Murphy versus Volkanovski, hopefully, as you said, in December, right?
Yes.
And what, if you could give any advice to the matchmakers, how would you play out these other guys and the fights between them?
Good question. Good question. To be honest, I don't care what they do, just match me with Volkanovski, but I'll play the matchmaker. And I would say you probably put Diego Lopez and Yair together because they have some sort of beef, and I think the fans want to see that fight. And then you do Arnold Allen and Aljamain Sterling. And then who else is left?
Movsar.
Movsar's next. Movsar, give him Aaron Pico again.
Okay.
Give him Aaron Pico or Gene Silva. I think Gene Silva and Movsar would be a good fight.
Okay, that's interesting, and I like this idea. So when I look at your career and also at the other fighters from UK, there were just different routes to get to the top, and there were fighters who were or are being pushed, and I mean Paddy Pimblett and Darren Till before maybe he was pushed too soon and too hard to get the title shot when he wasn't ready for that.
Yes.
There is. We had like a redemption story of Michael Bisping, Thomas Pinal, whose career just like skyrocketed, and I think you're the closest to Leon Edwards when I look at your path and his path, because you had to grind your way to the top, and you needed more fights than other guys to do that.
Yeah, you said it before. It's just like I think if you have a quiet personality, more of a reserved personality, then it's hard for people to relate to you. And people want to see crazy talk, and Paddy Pimblett, crazy talk, exciting talk. So people like tune in, whether they want to tune in to see you lose or they want to see you win, they're tuning in. So I think that's just the way the game goes. And Aspinall's a heavyweight, he's knocking people out, so he deserves the credit and deserves the rise.
Yeah, I cannot agree more. So my question is this knockout against Aaron Pico your Leon Edwards moment, like headshot death, or you are still waiting for that? It's still up to come.
No, that's going to come. If I get this Volkanovski fight, that's going to come. I've still got more big moments in me, and that moment there has just given me more hunger to create more moments like that. I believe like getting that kind of buzz and getting them kind of knockouts, that's what I do this for, and I've got to go out there and do more.
So growing up in the ranks during all these years and looking at the top and the champions, Volk, before him Max Holloway, and briefly Ilia Topuria, in your opinion, which of these fights would be the best for you stylistically, and which one would be hypothetically, or maybe will be the toughest one?
I think if you're talking about status, I think Volk goes down as the greatest because he's lost it. He's come back and he's beat everybody except Ilia Topuria. But I think Ilia Topuria will be the biggest fight because he's undefeated. I'm undefeated, and he's a great boxer as well. And I think every single one of them matchups are great matchups. They're all greats in their own ways, and I think Max Holloway was a great champion as well, a great fighter, and I'd love to fight any single one of them.
So you're 35 and 34, sorry.
Yeah, don't be adding on years.
Yeah, but I wanted to talk about this 35 curse. I'm sure you've heard about it. Yeah. Do you think about that kind of things, that you have to hurry up before you get to the title?
No, my belief is how many fight years you have. And I started this game pretty late. I started this game at 22 years old. I started training from fresh, so I'm fresh. I haven't took much damage in fights. And I believe when fighters start getting knocked out, that age goes down and down and down. So I'm quite young in my career still. And I think I'm just getting to my peak now. So no, I'll be champion for a good few years.
Okay, I think that's a good attitude. And as you mentioned, there are guys who are starting like when they are 18, 19,
Yes.
and by the time of 35, they have like 40 fights or 35.
Yeah, too much damage.
Yeah, exactly. But as you also mentioned, you are undefeated, and there has been stories about the fighters who retrospectively were talking that when you have that O in your record, with each win, the pressure is getting bigger, because you still think about that. Supposedly, most of fighters do. Eventually, you will lose. Not everyone can end a career like a Khabib. So, do you agree with that statement?
No, not at all, because I've never fought like that. I've never fought about being undefeated. I don't care about being undefeated. Okay. My goal is to be champion. If I have to take 2 losses before I become champion, so be it, if I get to my goal, right? So a lot of people are fixated on being champion, and that's because of boxing, and you see guys 50-0. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter to me. I just want to get to my goal, and I believe that sometimes loss can be good for fighters. It's just a lesson to get better. They need to get better at something, and it creates growth. So to me, I'm not really bothered about that.
So you are another example of a fighter from Europe who's really close to getting to the top. And when we look at the rankings, there is only one fighter, one American champion, and that's Kayla Harrison. A situation, I think, that was unimaginable like maybe 10 years ago. So do you agree that there is like a shift of power in global MMA right now?
Do you know what? I just think that the rest of the world is catching up, whereas the Americans had the wrestling from kids and the jiu-jitsu and stuff, but we're getting coaches all over Europe that are high-level wrestlers and jiu-jitsu artists. So I feel like Europe's catching up now, and we've probably got the best fighters in the world right now. Well, we have, for sure.
So in your opinion, should that be a topic for the UFC, and they should take us under consideration to bring more events to Europe, or still it's business, and the business is the best in USA, and we can have all the European champions, and that wouldn't change business?
No, I believe that they should travel to Europe more, because you have places like Poland that are big MMA fans. I've been to some shows here, and they're full. The arena's full from the start of the fight, so I think if the UFC come here, it'd be crazy. They can sell this out easily, especially the UK as well. There's a lot of places, France. I went to Paris show 2 weeks ago. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
So yeah, I would love to see the UFC come to Europe a bit more.
What future waits for MMA in UK, especially like in 2-3 years? Do you think how many UK fighters, how many UK champions will you have?
So Tom Aspinall, he's going to be champion for as long as his career goes. I can't see anybody beating him. Pimblett's got a good chance of becoming champion. I'll be champion, and then you could possibly have another 2 easily.
Do you see any names that maybe UK fans know and UK fighters know that are still not in the UFC, but we should remember about them, and we should remember that name because there is a great talent still waiting to get to the top and will be maybe champion in like 5-7 years?
Yeah, we've got a lot of guys in our gym. I believe our gym's like one of the biggest gyms in Europe now, Manchester top team, and we've got killers that are coming up. We've got a guy called Callum Connor, lightweight. I think he can go all the way and be champion. Lewis McGrillen as well.
Oh, he's great.
You've seen Lewis McGrillen?
I've seen his fight, and I was commentating his fights, and he's a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast. Louis Lee Scott. There's so many names. Abraham Babley, who's a heavyweight. I think he can do well as well. There's so many names, and I probably missed out 20, and I feel bad for that, but they're the names that just come to my head straight away.
So, Leron, lastly, we are talking about this fight with Alexander Volkanovski, but are there any names in your mind that would be a dream fight for you, except the Volkanovski, except the title? So, regardless of belt on the line or not, is there any name that you would like to test yourself against before your career is ended?
So, I think the best fighter right now on the planet, I think, is Ilia Topuria. Right now, him and Islam Makhachev. So I think a fight against Ilia Topuria. He was just champion, and so I've been thinking about him. I think that would be a great fight. But my mind is on Volkanovski. I think Volkanovski next, and then I'll defend the title against Diego Lopez in Manchester. That's my goal.
Sounds good. Sounds good. But is going up in weight an option for you? If we are talking about Ilia?
Yeah, for sure. I think I'd actually be better at lightweight, to be honest. I wouldn't be depleting my body as much. I make the weight quite easily, but I think I could fight at lightweight, for sure.
Okay. So, Leron, thank you for your time and for coming here. I have a list of fighters that I've been interviewing that either were champions in the past, present, or in the moment of recording interview, or future champions. So I think I'm going up like around 15, 16, maybe something like that. So nice. I wish you all the best, and I wish that in a year or two or few months, your name will be added to my list. So thank you.
For sure.